So, great outdoors. Thing is, I am not the camping person. My mom and sister are Girl Scouts. I was in Cub Scouts, yet the closest I ever came to camping as a kid was camping out in an asparagus field in the back of our VW van at a Volkswagen swap meet for a weekend when we had all the amenities inside the mechanic's shop just on the other side of the field. So yeah, that was, when you've got electricity, it doesn't mean much. So when my friend said, hey, all you guys, we're all taking a trip down to Hocking Hills this summer. I was like, okay, you're paying, so that's fine. And I'm not driving, so that's even better. So there's, down in the Hocking Hills area, there's a castle called Ravenswood. Basically, it was built to be a 12th century castle out in the middle of nowhere. There's no cell reception, hardly any Wi-Fi signal for the staff at the castle, which I was shocked about. But, so basically you go out there, see this castle, and see nothing else but nature. So, I'm out in a cabin, out far aside from the castle. We get inside the castle, it's beautiful, real nice hall, pub in the basement, library that I would have preferred to have just slept in on its own. I could have lived there for the next 12 years if it possible also. But the thing about Hocking Hills, the Hocking Hills area is, there's a lot of Bigfoot legends from that area. And of course, one of my friends who I was staying in the cabin with is a big Bigfoot fanatic. And I knew I would hear about it if I didn't go Bigfooting with her, because of course I have a podcast with her also. I didn't have a way out of that one. So we're hiking through the woods around the castle, and we're seeing, oh, you know, there's a bent branch, look at it, that's not natural, it's gotta be Bigfoot. And it's like, or they could have just had a lightning strike. You know, that's fine. And here I'm walking, I had just started having problems with my legs, and so I've got braces on, I've got compression socks on, and it's like, look at me, I'm not supposed to be walking through these woods like this. And I keep walking and walking until I finally get back to the castle and go inside and just hide. And it's like, this is a beautiful area. If there was no nature, I'd be perfectly happy with it. So, the last night that we're there, we're in the back where all the cabins are. We started a bonfire, cooking hot dogs and marshmallows. It was great. Had a dog from a nearby cabin come over and find all the hot dogs. The next morning as we left, she found the rest of the hot dogs. So, but as we're having the bonfire, we're talking to the guy who actually lives at the castle. Because while one person owns the castle, he lives in the Hudson area, and there's no way to drive back and forth between Hocking Hills and Hudson every day. So another family actually lives in the castle. This guy Preston, his wife, and his little daughter, who we declared right then and there probably has the most princess dresses of any girl her age, simply because she gets to live in a castle. Well, so we're talking to Preston, it's like, well, you guys need to do this, or you need to do this, because they always have board game events going on there. And it's like, you gotta do this and this, and sort of, you know, entire weekends, you know, around this game. It's like, well, I don't own the castle. You know, this isn't my castle. I can't really make those things. You gotta talk to Jim. And it's like, dude, you have a castle. So, at that point, the main thing we realized the main thing, to tell anybody, because this goes back to what Blue said, which walking, FYI, going out and walking through the great outdoors does not work when you have an infected leg and your car breaks down. That's where it doesn't work. But like I said, we were talking to Preston, and he said the one thing that you can tell anybody. It only works if you have a castle. You can tell anybody when they start, just pissing you off. I have a castle. Come get me.